Hello. I apologize for the delay. My camera is not working, so I had to quickly get another camera. So I'm not sure what is going on, but I am here. Um, and welcome to my weekly spirit boost minus the technical difficulties. I really don't know why all of a sudden my camera stopped working. It just was not being recognized. So I had to completely change up my setup, but I am here. So welcome in. I am Tammy Mashtaberty, best-selling author of the book The Universe is Talking to You. Tap into signs and synchronicity to reveal magical moments every day. And this is my weekly spirit boost. I'm here on Thursdays at noon Eastern on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram to share some inspiration of some sort with you. And again, I apologize for the delay. I'm on a totally different camera system today because my camera just decided not to be recognized anymore by my computer. So let's jump into why I am here. I know some of you probably were here and left because you were like, "Where is Tammy?" But hopefully you will come back for the replay. Um, but what I am here to talk with you guys about today is creating some disconnection and stopping the flow of negativity in relationships. Whether you are in a relationship with this person right now, whether you are no longer in contact with this person anymore, when we are in connection or in relationships with someone, cords are created linking us together. Energy, there's an energetic bond that is created. Hi, Mary. Yes, I'm sorry I was late because my camera wasn't working. So there's an energetic bond that gets created between people that are in relation in some way. So family relationships, significant others, people that you've dated in the past, maybe that you are still dating now, or people that you have are in contact with today, or people that you are not in contact with at all anymore, there still can exist this energetic bond. And within this energetic bond, there can be negativity that can still be flowing back and forth, especially if you are still in contact with this person. And this has come up a lot for me this week in one on one sessions with personally in my own life with friends and family who I've been recommending do this, and this exercise that I'm sharing with you is something that I have done myself for a number of situations and relationships and people. So, what happens is, even if you are no longer in contact with this person, there can still be this energetic bond. If you are still in contact with this person, we all know people who just get under our skin, push our buttons, incite rage in us, upset us, just trigger us in some way, and you or drain you, right? So it could also be somebody who is like an what we call an energy vampire who just sucks the life out of you when you're in contact with them. And in certain circumstances, like with family members, or if you are still connected to an ex because of children that are involved, right? There are circumstances where you have to be in contact with this person, but it's exhausting or it is triggering for you. And in those circumstances, you can find a way to disconnect from that flow of negativity, from that energy that is draining you or that is really just triggering you and imbalancing you. And so, a friend of mine, who she's been on my weekly spirit boost before. Many of you know her because I've talked about her many times before. And it's Amy B. Scher. She is the best-selling author of a series of books on how to heal yourself. The first one is called How to Heal Yourself When No One Else Can. And she created a cord cutting sort of meditation visualization, kind of has both components to it. And I've linked to it. You can get this for free if you go in Instagram. You can just go to my bio, and I linked it in YouTube and Facebook. It should be in the description where you can go and opt in for free to get this cord cutting experience. And what it does is it connects your higher self with this person's higher self. And what I love about it is that you are not talking to the human being who's aggravating you in this meditation. You are not connecting with the human being that is triggering you or causing you trauma. You are connecting with their higher self. And what it does is it breaks that bond of negativity that is flowing back and forth between the two of you. Interestingly, sometimes, again, because it's their higher self, the person that you do this procedure, this process with, won't necessarily consciously know that you're doing anything, but they may feel it on some level. You will definitely feel it on some level. And oftentimes, when someone comes to me and I recommend them doing this, I have them do it more than once. So it's not that long of a meditation, but I usually have them do it at least 3 times, sometimes with a couple of days in between. Sometimes you can even go do it once a week for 3 weeks. It really depends. I always sort of muscle or pendulum test. So if you know how to muscle or pendulum test, if you took my pendulum class, then you can test how far in between or how many times you need to do it. I usually find I've never had anybody come to me where I told them to do it more than 3. It doesn't hurt, but it really, you will feel a difference in yourself, especially when you're interacting with this person, and you may see them change in some way just because that flow of negativity is not happening anymore. That flow of negativity is not hindering you in some way anymore. I actually have a version of this cord cutting in my new book coming out called The Higher Help Method. And of course, in my version, we bring in higher helpers and we have angels that are sort of working with this on the process. Amy's version is amazing. I've used it so many times. And again, I send people to it all the time. And so I asked her, can I come on here and share this with everybody? Because it's something that has come up again for me. I like to come on these weekly spirit boosts and either share with you something that's going on in my personal life, something that is a theme that is coming up with people around me, that is coming to my attention, whether that be with client sessions, whether that be with friends and family. And so this is something that has been coming up. And I thought, you know what, I need to share this with people, especially we are in November, right? Holidays are coming up, you guys. And if you have family members who trigger you that you then have to see for Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, Christmas, New Year's, whatever holidays you celebrate, right? This will be helpful to you. This will be helpful to you. And what I love about it is it's important to note it doesn't break the connection. You're not completely breaking the cord. So if this is someone that is still in your life that you want to still be in your life, you're not completely cutting the connection. You're just stopping the flow of negativity. You're stopping the toxicity from flowing between the two of you. That's all that this is really doing. And again, it's your higher self dealing with their higher self during this process. And it's just fantastic. And so I said to Amy, can I please share this? And she was like, absolutely. So you guys can get it completely for free. Like I said, if you're on Instagram, just go in my bio. It takes you to her website and you can opt in for it. And then the same thing if you're watching this on YouTube or in Facebook, it's in the description. And so basically you'll opt in and it'll take you to a page where you'll be able to listen to this audio guided meditation. I want to say it's like 10, 12 minutes, something like that. And part of it is her explaining it in the beginning. And then you just go through the process. And again, you can do this for any relationship that you have in your life that is triggering, that is draining, that is exhausting, that is negative. So many people that come to me that are still sort of having issues with an ex or still feeling like they can't move on. Or again, a lot of people who are still co-parenting with their ex, I tell them, and have, being triggered or having issues or getting aggravated, or if it's disturbing your peace in any way, I give them this cord cutting meditation and I tell them, go and do this. And again, I usually have them do it at least 3 times. You can do it more. I've had people say, I just do it periodically with this person just to kind of keep things clear. But usually I have them do it 3 times, sometimes with 2 days in between each time that you do it, and you can also do it once, with once a week for 3 weeks. And it truly is helpful, and again, the biggest thing is it makes a difference for you, and that's the goal of this, is to make a difference for you, for your energy, for your peace of mind, for your vibration, and that's the goal, right? You don't want to be as triggered. You don't want to be as drained. You want to be able to stand up for yourself. Maybe there's a relationship that you feel like, gosh, my power is so sort of drained with this person. I just don't know why I can't say no, or I don't know why I let them do this, or I don't know why I let them get away with this, or whatever it might be, right? There's so many different dynamics that we have with people. I'm just going through all the different examples that I have come across that I've given people this exercise to do, or this meditation to do. And it truly, all of a sudden, you will start seeing yourself responding differently, acting differently, not as triggered, being able to speak your mind, being able to stand up for yourself where maybe you couldn't do it before. And it's amazing. And so, again, we're going into the holidays, and I think this will be hugely beneficial for people with, again, family members. And please know that you can do this for someone even if you're no longer in contact with them. So I've had people come to me and say, I'm still traumatized by a certain relationship, or if you think about that person that you were with in the past and you sort of are still getting triggered by it, this meditation can help you. So I've had people who are no longer in contact with the person, and I'll still say to them, you need to do this. You need to break that toxic bond. You need to stop that flow of negativity that is still coming to you. And it's always helped. So I wanted to share it because, again, this is sort of what has been a theme for me, really, in, like I said, in sessions that I've been doing lately, and also a couple of people in my life, my own personal life, that I have shared it with and told to do. And it's always helpful. And a lot of times, like I said, I'll have people come to me and they'll say, can I do it more than the 3 times, because I just feel so good and I feel like, it's working. They'll get a point where you won't feel like you need to do it anymore. There will get a point where you feel like, no, I'm done. I'm good, right? But again, it can't hurt. It certainly can't hurt. And the exercise, again, stops that flow, and it's your higher self connecting with their higher self. So it's a very different experience than your human self talking to their human self, or connecting with their human self. And it's truly a very healing experience. It really, really is. Not only does it stop the flow of negativity, but it really does have healing aspects to it. And again, this is based on me doing this. This is based on feedback that I've gotten from other people who have done it, and it's fantastic. So even if I've had parents do it with their children, because there's anger and issues going on between, usually adult children, where there's issues going on. And so, and that's, what a bond, right, between a mother or father and their child. And you want to just break that negative cycle. You want to break that negativity. So you can really use it for any type of relationship, and it's fantastic. And you're not doing anything bad, you're not doing anything harmful, you are not completely cutting a cord, especially if it's your child. You're not completely cutting a cord to that person. You're just stopping the flow of negativity. And who does not have relationships in their life right now where they want to stop the flow of negativity, where they want to stop getting triggered, where they want to stop getting enraged by someone or feeling drained by someone, right? Those of us who are on a healing journey, we have our own stuff. We don't want to be getting stuff from other people. We don't want to be triggered and getting aggravated and aggravating our nervous system and constantly being in a state of, stress from someone else. And that's what this specifically can do for you. That's how this will specifically help you. And you can do it in any relationship. So again, the link is in my bio and Instagram for you guys watching there. And I'll leave it up there for a while because I know there'll be replays of this. And then also in the description of the Facebook and Facebook and YouTube. I'm on too many places at once. Facebook and YouTube, you can just go in and opt in. It's completely free. And again, I asked her if I could share it, and she was like, "Go for it." So let me just see some of the comments coming in. And again, I apologize for being slightly delayed, but I don't know what's going on with my camera. I'm gonna have to figure that out because I use it all the time. Um, oh, Mary says she's asked Archangel Michael to sever cords, but to no avail. Try this exercise, Mary, because this is different than severing cords. And this, again, is your higher self and their higher self working together. In the version that I do it, I always call in higher help and angels and things like that, to help clear the energy. But you don't have to do that. You can actually, before you do the exercise, before you do this guided meditation by Amy, you can even call in Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, to help clear and heal the energy. You can do that as well. Holy Amethyst is another one that can help clear energy. So you can definitely do that even before you go into the exercise, before you go into the meditation, call in your higher helpers to assist with the process and then go through it. But it is different. It's different than what you may have done in terms of cord cutting in the past. And you'll understand what I mean when you download it and listen to it. So try it, Mary, and see if this finally does the trick. But again, I usually have people do it more than once. So just FYI about that. Um, let's see. Bevan says, "What if they are an abusive narcissist gaslighter, ex-husband, not a child?" Oh, I have had, okay, not personally. I only have one husband. I don't have any exes. But I have had experience with people who have done this for narcissistic, abusive, gaslighting people. Know it. I've given it to them, and they've come back and they say, "I just feel more powerful against them." The thing with narcissistic people like that is once you start standing up for yourself, they don't have the same power over you, right? They don't have the same power over you. And so and when they don't have the same power over you, they're going to move on to somebody else that they can mess with. So I have had experience with people doing this for that type of situation and coming back and saying, "I feel stronger." They are a little different with me. I am more able to just stand up and say, "I'm not going to allow this anymore." Not in those words, but in terms of dealing with them differently, which then forces these people to act differently because you are being differently. So try this, yes, and I would definitely do it the 3 times for you. Again, if you've taken my pendulum or you know how to muscle test, see if you wanna do it every couple of days or if you wanna wait a week in between, totally up to you, but do it. Do it, do it, do it, and then let me know what happens because I promise you, had people literally in this scenario see a difference. So I hope that helps you. And I'm glad you brought that up because I'm sure there is other people on here in similar situations that are thinking, I don't know if this is going to work for me. So I'm glad you brought that up and thank you for that. What a great tool. You're very welcome. Again, it's so good. And I've recommended it to so many people. And then I kind of thought about it because it came up so many times for me in the past, week or so, where I was giving it to people, and I thought, "Oh, I'm gonna put this has gotta be what I put on my weekly spirit boost," especially, again, like I said, around the holidays, and so I asked Amy if I could do it, and she was like, "Go for it." So do it and try it, do it multiple times, give yourself a little break in between, either a couple days or a full week, but make sure you do it a couple of times and you will see a difference. I've never had anybody come back to me and say it's not working or, I've had people say I just feel like I still need to do it. And the reason they'll come back and say I want to do it again is because they feel like it's working and they're excited about it. And they're like, I think I want to keep doing it. Can I and I'm just like, go ahead. You can't you're not going to hurt anything by doing it more than once, but you will get to a point where you're like, oh no, I'm good. I don't need to do it again. Um, And again, you can use it for multiple relationships. I would work on one at a time. So if you're working on, let's say you're like, oh God, I have like three people in my life I can do this for. Start with one, do it multiple times for that person, then move on to the next person. That's sort of how I would handle it. But it works for all types because you're just stopping that toxic bond, that negative bond between the two of you where it's still flowing, even if you're not in that person's life anymore, but especially if you are. Especially if you are. What about a new noisy tenant that goes to bed much later and I can't fall asleep and I'm exhausted? You can definitely still do that, Nancy. You can still do it for that person because again, what you have to understand is this is also about you and your peace and your vibration and your energy. And so if you're being triggered by it, certainly you can try it. I would say why not? Um oh, where do you find it, Mary? So if you're watching me, it looks like you're watching me on Facebook. So on Facebook and YouTube, in the description of this, under this video or around this video, I think it's under the video, you will find a link to download the process, the meditation. And then if you're on my Instagram, you can just go into my bio and I'll keep it in there for a while for the while this replay is out. And then you just go to the link, you enter your info, and then you will get access to it. If you're already part of Amy's world, you will opt in and then just log into your account and get access to it. If you're not already part of her world, you'll be prompted to create a password and then log in, and then you'll get access to it. And you'll be able to listen to it. I believe you can download it. I'm not sure, but if you can't download it, you can definitely listen to it and just keep going back to it to listen to it again and again. Oh, yes. Okay. I think I've answered all the questions. So, again, for those of you just joining, I apologize for the delay. Having camera issues, so I'm on a totally different camera and I had to rush and try and plug in a different one. So thank you all for being here. I will be back, of course, again next Thursday. In the meantime, please opt in and try this free resource. There is no gimmick here. There is no upsell. There is nothing. This is just something that I offer to people and send people to. And so I just said to Amy, like, can I put this out for people? And she was like, 100%. So try it for the relationships in your life that are driving you crazy. Again, this is more for you than for the other person. So don't go into this expecting the other person to do anything or act anyway. They will feel it on an energetic level. Um, and they very well may to act differently, but this is for you. This is for you and for bringing your power back and allowing you to stand up for yourself and allowing you to feel good and allowing you to stop being triggered and stop lowering your vibration based on the negativity of other people and those people around you. You're very welcome. Yes, thank you, Tammy and Amy. 100%. Amy's the best. So if you're not in her world, this will get you into her world and you will love her. So, thank you all for being here, for dealing with me and the technical difficulties in the beginning of this. Again, I will be back next Thursday for another weekly spirit boost, hopefully with a fixed camera. I'm going to mess with it after this. And again, thank you all for being here. Have an amazing and wonderful weekend. It is already November. I cannot believe it. We are pulling all our Halloween decorations down from the big party that we had over the weekend. And I got to get Thanksgiving up because we do Thanksgiving here. So have an amazing and wonderful weekend. Do something, always do something this weekend that brings you joy, that makes you feel good. I don't care how small. I don't care if it's getting yourself the latte from Starbucks, if it is binge watching Netflix for a little bit, if it is taking a bath with a book, if it is going shopping, if it is whatever makes you feel good, that is not a destructive behavior in some way. Go and do it and make yourself feel good and do something that brings you joy because you deserve it and because you deserve to raise your vibration and feel good and allow good things to flow into your life. I will see you here next week. Until next time, sending you my love, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everyone.